Hello, friends and followers. Well, the mission to get the Central Electronics 100V working with the 200V power supply continues. I did construct this little bridge rectifier out of 3 kV diodes. It'll plug into the 5U4 socket down here. There lies the socket right there with the wiring. The 2 transformer wires are wired into there. One pin's grounded and one pin goes out to the, it's a red one that goes to the high voltage capacitors for 600 volts. That's all evident right about here. There's a little square rectifier bridge I showed you. This is wired in from the bottom of my little square assembly here. If you look at this where it has the end to end there, you'll see that's right about there. So I just correspond to a pin like that and wire it accordingly. Anyway, yeah, I'm not going to add this. I'm not sure what that's for. Probably should, but not yet. I guess I could add that. Just put one diode across and a capacitor. Maybe I'll do that. I got to put this channel 2 in here. I didn't add this thing, and I thought I better put this in. So that's 80 ohms. In case the voltage is too high, this will lower it. So I'm going to do that. That's what I'm doing now. And then I'm going to try this whole mess and see what happens, see if it blows up or not. So I hope it doesn't blow. I'm going to put channel 2 in right here. Squeeze it in there. So I wanted to note that the 110 connection on this thing for the primaries, you can see here I ripped all this stuff because things were just going bad. I was finding connections disintegrating and terminal blocks disintegrating, so I just made a bunch of soldered butt connectors for all those wires for the filaments. And anyway, there's one ground wire left on that terminal strip. The rest of it just fell apart and died. This is all switched black wire or switched 110 here. And the fans have 2 little red wires. So these 2 red wires right here are for the 2 fans that come on. So when you throw the switch, the fans will get power through these red wires and it powers the fans. So here's the fans. Here's a fan on top of the transformer. There's also a fan right there. Those get power from that point right there. And that's about it. So this section here does the minus 130. That's also done right here. And this channel is for the 600 volts. And I have the capacitors jammed in here. That circuit replicates basically this circuit here. The 2 capacitors and the 2 resistors. So that's all that is. It's larger in life, right? And the other capacitor is for the 340 volts. So got some grounds in here. I had to add a ground right here tonight. Extra ground wire for the for this ground. One of these is a ground somewhere. Anyway, that's been added. I'm not being very precise because it's late at night and I've been working all day. I should probably stop working, but I'm going to keep going. Anyway, that's where the grounds are, and this thing ought to fire up and work. I'm thinking it should. I've been replicating it pretty closely to the 200V circuit, so once this guy's in, I'll turn it on and see if it goes. Gonna stand back. My only worry is it's gonna over voltage again. The 130 is working well. The filaments are working well, but this has been a lot of change for this thing, so I think I got it wired right, but you never know. So anyway, yeah, there's some blue wires here for grounding. I don't see them on the screen here. Oh, don't have screen control. This thing's doing stupid stuff. Cancel, cancel. Of course, it's going to do this forever. Don't want that. Okay. Now I got control. The schematic's kind of hacked up. But anyway, yeah, there we go. So there's a transformer right there. So one blue wire here off the bias is grounded. You'll see that blue wire is grounded here. On this ground log, there's a blue wire in there. It's really tedious working this thing because it's all buried in here, and you're always like jamming your hands way down here, or screwdrivers or pliers. It's really, really hard. Anyway, there's that blue wire right there. I grounded the filament wire over here for the 5-volt filaments. It's down in here. There's one ground point here left. It's riveted on. It's right there. Right there is where that is grounded. That's one of these green wires. The other wires are all tied together. So they had 2 rails of 6 volts that were running off of a 12-volt center tap transformer, which was the old transformer, and this one only has 6 volts, and it has a 3-volt center tap. And I've not using that center tap. It's pretty much just not used here. We have 6 volts coming in here, and it's coming into both rails, so that seems to work. Anyway, I'm going to put this channel 2 back in here for the 340 volts. Put this back in for 600 volts, and I guess scarily fire this turkey up and see what it does. This has been a lot of work. Oh, a lot of fussing around. This is a lot like the World War II video I worked on, the BC654A. This is better electronics, but it's starting to feel the same, man. Just hacking old wires in here and hacking lots of connections, hacking everything. All right, and I was told my 20-meter coil is bad. Nick said this coil was probably shot, so I think it needs to be fixed. I disconnected it. And we'll see. We'll see if this thing works at all. We'll see if it does anything. I'll be really happy if it does anything. Okay, thanks for watching. It doesn't explode. Have a good day.